know about you, but pressing is, I think, the thing that sometimes makes a garment or a quilt, something that you have made, it really makes it look professional. Like pressing is so critical because sometimes if, you know, your line isn't totally straight, you can completely, with your iron, fix it, right? If your iron is really good. So the first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to first talk about my very favorite iron. The LauraStar irons are my absolute favorite. And the reason for that is they have true steam. So I'm going to hit the steam button here. And like, look at that. Can you see all of that steam? And look, my hand can go right here. This is actually a dry steam, really different than the steam in other irons. Because it is actually truly a dry steam, the steam will not burn my hand or anything like that, which is awesome. But the iron is still super hot. So this iron is amazing because you can steam everything, right? So even if you want to hang something, like this is actually a steam cart, is one of the optional things you can get for this ironing system, where you could hang your clothes and you could steam them. But for our regular pressing and everything, what's amazing is because you just hold this down and steam, you really only have to do one pass and voila, it is totally flat. This works amazing on silk, on cotton, on all different types of fabric, and all those times where sometimes you feel like you have to press really hard. With this iron, you don't have to press. The steam is doing all of the work. So you're just using that steam and I'm just lightly going over it and it takes out all of the wrinkles in one go. This is also amazing for any time you're using an adhesive product. So maybe you are doing an applique or something and you need to fuse it, or maybe you're just, you know, putting a layer of stabilizer on, whatever it is, and you need to fuse something down. Once again, you just go over it with the steam and it fuses it. You don't have to hold down and press it for a long time. So LauraStar makes a lot of amazing irons. This is their lift here, and their lift iron is portable, which is great because you can use it with your ironing board, or I have one at home where I have it with the steam cart because this is pretty awesome. It's on wheels. You can move it around and take it wherever you need to take it, which is sort of awesome and great for doing garments. Now let's talk about some of the other fun things that I have over here for pressing. So that I'm going to want later, so I'm going to kick it back that way. But over here, I have a couple of my favorite pressing things. So one would be the hot hammer. If you are not familiar with this, it is amazing. This will allow you to get a perfectly straight line when you are pressing, and it has measurements on it. So it makes it really easy. You can just flip this, like if I'm putting my fabric on here, which you can probably sort of just see a little bit, but you go like that, and now I have this perfectly crisp, down there, my camera's down lower, perfectly crisp line here, and you can see the hot hammer here. You can iron right on it. So it is really helpful for those times that you need a straight line. There's a couple of versions of this. This is the square one. There's also a ruler one that is longer and taller, but really great because you get to iron on it, right? Which is super helpful. Another one of my favorite ironing tools is the Precision Stiletto and pointer here from Clover. The reason why I love this is this guy has a little silicone tip. And how many of you have burned your fingers when pressing? Me, right? I always get my hands like right up here and like I'm just like trying to get in here, right? Maybe it's something and I just think it's real fussy and I'm trying to turn it or something. I get my finger too close, right? What I love about this is it has a silicone end, so I can use that to hold it. My iron can touch the end of it because it's silicone. I don't have to worry about that. And instead of me burning my tips of my fingers, I can use this stiletto as my finger, and it has that silicone on one side, and then it also has this little point on the other side, which is really handy. You can use this for regular sewing in the normal times where you might use a stiletto to help push that fabric through. And then this one is fun because it's purple. I think they also have a blue one, but this is the Clover Precision Stiletto. Okay, next, I want to talk about the Quilter Select FreeFuse. Now, this is one of these products that is amazing, and I know we've talked about it before, but I still use it all the time. So there are probably times where you might use a spray adhesive right now, right? Where like you're trying to maybe you're putting your quilt top and your batting and your backing together, and that you know, you're trying to hold all those layers together and using a spray adhesive. Well, spray adhesives are sort of messy. This product is an adhesive. It's a fusing product that you get to sprinkle on. And I always talk about it like you're going to use it like a salt shaker. You're not like pouring on piles of it. It's not like a pile of sand. You use it like a salt shaker. You just sort of,
my goodness,
put it on there. And then you are just going to iron it, and this is going to fuse it totally down for you so that your pieces now are totally connected here. My first layer, right? These are connected, and this holds it together really beautifully, and it's not sticky, it's not like gummy for your needle, and it doesn't spray everywhere. Right? Because for me, when I use a spray adhesive, I feel like I got to use it outside because as soon as you spray it, it like hits my table, it hits my hoop, it just hits everything. And what I love about this, I get to control where I'm putting it. And if I get a little too much, sure, before you iron it, you can just sort of brush it off, dump it away, right? Put how much you want on and then fuse it, and you don't have any sticky residue. If you have ever used a wool pressing mat, you'll know that they are amazing, right? Because wool pressing mats, when pressing, are great because they take in some of that heat, that moisture, right? They help you get a more crisp line. And like we talked about at the beginning, a lot of times in our sewing, getting that crisp line with our pressing is actually what makes our garment look really professional. And a wool pressing mat is great. This one is new, and I'm excited about it because look, it is the shape of the ironing board. So instead of just having a 14 by 14 inch square, this is the shape of the ironing board, and it has the little markers on here, okay? So it has all of the lines that can help you for lining things up, keeping things straight. This is by Maywood. It is new. It's super awesome, and right now it's 20% off, which is great. But that is not all. This one is shaped like an ironing board. They also have another one over here. I'm going to slide back this way. Oh, you know what? I have one more thing down here that I'm supposed to show, and I forgot about it, so we're going to talk about that first. Yes, what's the question? Let's see here.
Sorry, one more.
I also love pressing. Is the fusible powder a permanent fuse? Yes, it is. It stays there, but it has a really nice hand. It's not like some things that fuse where like your quilt now feels crunchy. You really can't tell that it is in it. It's really nice. It doesn't go up your needle. It is definitely all of our team members' favorite fusing product. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to show you was these cute new Oliso irons, right? Okay, so the Oliso irons, they have handmade irons for a long time. Part of what makes them really fun in the big size like this is when I put it down here, hopefully you can see it, it pops up, okay? Which is great because if I want to be ironing, I can be ironing away, and then I can just set it here, and as soon as I leave it there, it's going to pop up because I don't know about you, but a lot of times I'm ironing, I need to move something, and I don't want to have to like flip it all the way up or put it all the way over here. This way you can just leave it down, and it's already right in the right position for you to start ironing again. So that's sort of the thing about Oliso irons that makes them special in the large size here. But what they have right now is they have cute new colors. Look at this cute cape one. It's the cape edition. It has the fun purple here and the purple on here. Like, how great is this? What a fun, cute iron. And I do love having cute things in my sewing room. So let's go over here and look at some other cute things. So on top of the large iron, there is also a little iron. So this guy is their mini iron. These have been super popular, and this guy has a little light that comes on here if it was on, and it also has some steam. It's really great. I love a small iron when I'm working on a small project, or maybe I'm turning and pressing. I don't know about you, but I oftentimes when I am piecing, I turn and press. Let's see, I've got a Love the Ironing board. Do you have that available? Yes, that is the amazing LauraStar ironing board. They have a couple of different models. They're on the website, or you can order them in the store. But LauraStar makes amazing ironing products. You cannot go wrong with any of their products. Okay, so back to my little iron here. I sort of have a pile of stuff here. So this little mini iron, super cute. It comes with a little silicone mat, but I love to be able to turn and press when I'm piecing or something, right? Or sometimes even when I'm doing embroidery. And so the little mini irons are great for that. I can also be helpful if you're ironing something inside your hoop. But I wanted to show you here this guy, since we're just going to talk about all the things. This is the Quilter Select cutting mat and wool pressing mat on the other side. So I love this for those moments when I turn and press, right? I can have this mat right next to me, so I can be turning and pressing. Great. And then maybe I need to cut something. I can just flip it back over, and now I can turn and cut, right? I can't be the only one that feels like I need all of my supplies like right next to me while I'm sewing. So I love having a smaller version of everything right next to me so I can get what I need. And then when I want to press, I can turn and press. And of course, I still have a large iron and a large cutting station for all of the larger things. But it's great to be able to turn and press. So I know a minute ago, I'm like all over the board here. We were talking about the large wool pressing mat. They also make one that is not the shape of, you can see it's on the table here. This is a really long, large rectangle shape of the large pressing mat that is wool as well, and it also has the marker. So I'd like to point this out, so in case you are pressing. Now, I wouldn't press on this onto a cutting table because you will get moisture through a wool mat. You would still want to have something like an actual cutting board surface, if that makes sense, or batting or something underneath it there. Okay, so little cute irons. There's one more little cute iron I want to show you. It's hiding in its little bag. So this Cape one, the little mini Cape one, also comes with this really cute box. Like, what a great gift, right? It comes in this adorable box. How cute is this whole thing? I love all of the cute things. This is a brand new storage bag. So if you already own one of these great project irons from Oliso, they have these cute new little storage bags that are really handy, and they come in different colors. They can match. And then there is also another color of the cute irons. This one is the tulip pink one. So this guy is also super duper cute. How awesome is that? Yes.
The heat from the iron.
The heat from the iron doesn't affect the mat. So I suspect you're talking about, I think I put too much stuff on the table, you guys. I wanted to show you all the things. So I suspect you're talking about this mat. So what the disclaimer, they actually have a disclaimer right on here that tells you, it says avoid warping. What you want to do is you want to steam on it, and then you want to let it dry, and then you want to flip it. You don't want to lock the steam down into it, if that makes sense, but it has a warning right here that tells you what to do so that way you don't warp the mat. But you can, but it is designed to be pressed on. Okay, so let's see. I have a couple more things for you. So I thought we would, we've talked a lot about ironing and pressing, but I thought we would kick over and talk a little bit about embroidery, because there's a lot of fun new embroidery things out there, and there's just always a lot of fun stuff in embroidery happening. So before I forget, I do have an embroidery design that's on the wall behind me back here. I'll move this way so you can see it. This is the Christmas flight tiling scene. Like, how cute is this, right? How fun. This is by OESD, and the way these tiling scenes work is you embroider each of these sections, and then you put it all together, which is pretty awesome. And for this tiling scene, there is the embroidery design collection, right, that comes on a USB like this. And then there is also a thread. I'm going to grab it from down here. I was tidying it away because I knew I had too much stuff on the table. A full thread set, so that way you could get it to match the colors perfectly for the design, which is really handy when you're doing a tiling scene because you need lots and lots of thread. And I love having all the right colors. Okay, so the other things I have here from OESD is I have a couple of other new things. So this is the Boo bridge. This is new for the Haunted Village, and it's just so cute. But what I love the most about this is the way that sparkle vinyl was used for putting this whole freestanding bridge together, because the sparkle vinyl has just added a whole bunch of really nice texture, and sparkle vinyl is super fun. And we have this new set here that has all of the different colors of sparkle vinyl, and sparkle vinyl feels like it's almost like a fabric, and so you can use it. You could use it, in applique. You can use it for freestanding lace. You can use it for all sorts of different ways. Do you transfer the embroidery designs from a CD to a USB for use? So all these OESDs that we're selling currently all come with a USB stick. So I can pull it, let me just drop it out of here. It comes with a USB stick, so you can just put it straight into your machine, or you could put the designs onto your computer, and then you could take the one design off your computer and transfer it to a USB stick. Now, if you do have designs on a CD, yes, you're gonna wanna transfer those to a USB stick and then take that USB stick to your machine. If you have trouble finding USB sticks that are small enough, we do sell the quality sewing USB sticks that are 2 gigabytes, which is awesome because it's just so much better because your machines can handle those and not the ones that are giant. Another question, do you have the spools of 80 weight bobbin thread for the tile scene? Yes, we do have the OESD bobbin thread. And we do carry that on the website and in the stores. So yes, we do have the bobbin thread. We also carry some other pre-wound bobbins that will also work. Okay, so let me set this guy over here so it doesn't hopefully fall down. Okay, so this is sort of fun. Of course, you can buy the sparkle vinyl separate, but I love the whole pack because then you get the whole color crayon set. And this also comes with some embroidery designs. So that is pretty awesome. Next, let's talk about iridescent vinyl. So this is brand new product. The iridescent vinyl is brand new, and you can use it for all sorts of different things, right? You can use it for applique, you could use it for freestanding. Here, Reva made this really cute zipper pouch that is made fully with the iridescent vinyl. How cute is that, right? You can see my hand there. She's got all of her cords and good stuff in here. Another way to use it is like you can see here, this was a waterway for this bridge. For a different bridge, here's a different waterway, right? Now, well, here the sparkle vinyl has, not sparkle vinyl, iridescent vinyl. We were talking about sparkle vinyl. This is iridescent vinyl. It was used for this, and this one has blue fabric behind it because you can see that when you lay this like on top of colors, it changes the color of it, right? So if you have it on like pink or gray or something, the color is going to change. And so you can really play with this. So like here, it just makes the water look like it's iridescent, right? So there's a lot of fun things you can do with iridescent vinyl. And this is brand new from OESD. Okay, a couple more items here. So I wanted to talk quickly about Aqua Mesh Plus. Aqua Mesh is one of our favorite stabilizers because it is a wash away stabilizer. And we love things that wash away, right? Because then they are not like in your garment anymore, they're not in your embroidery, whatever, but a lot of times you want to embroider on something, so maybe you're doing freestanding lace, maybe you're just on a t-shirt or something, but sometimes you just don't want to have your stabilizer stay there. This is sticky it peels off, it's sticky on the back, and so you would hoop it and then you could lay your smaller project in on top of it. And what's really amazing about OESD's tacky products like this is that they wash out 100%. So there's no like sticky residue left in your product. So that is pretty awesome. We recently realized just like how amazing that was and how it really all washes out. So Aqua Mesh Plus, amazing new product. Okay, and then finally, I just really quickly wanted to show you the brand new magnetic hoop from Designs and Machine Embroidery. So if you've never used a snap hoop, they are awesome because they go like this, right? This whole, it's very sticky. The whole piece comes off, so it makes it really lovely. If let's say we're gonna lay it down this way, this piece is just a foam piece that comes with it, so that way when you don't have fabric in it, you can get the magnets apart because they are that strong. But if this was your fabric, you just lay it in here, and then you just lay your hoop, top part of your hoop on top. So this is great when you're like, maybe you're doing quilting in the hoop, maybe you're doing a table runner and you have multiple hoopings and you need to keep moving the fabric down, then you can use a snap hoop. Now these snap hoops come in all different sizes for all different brands of machines. So maybe you can get one that's 4x4, 5x7, 8x8, 9.5 by 10.5, right? All different sizes. This one is cool because it is brand new and huge and designed for the Baby Lock Radiance or the Brother Avenir, and it's 18 inches by 11 inches. So this is a big, huge hoop. So of course, we always like a bigger hoop. So we are excited about this one. So like I said before, let's see, I've got a couple of questions coming in. Is the iridescent vinyl washable? That is a great question.
I would...
I'm looking to Reva here.
Yeah.
She's next to me.
So what I would do if I need to wash it, it's just vinyl. So you can be able to sponge it off. And yes, you could put it in the sink if your zipper gets icky, you know, and then you could just rinse it off there. Yeah. And I saw someone else also asked if you needed a special foot for that. And I will say, you know, if you have a Teflon foot, that's great. But my machine took it and it glided right over it really easily. So I didn't find that it's not as grippy or sticky as a lot of vinyls are. And just use a longer stitch length and you'll be able to do lots of fun projects with it.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Reva. Mm-hmm. What is the brand? That would be the Isocord thread, which is it's Isocord thread in the OESD kit. They make beautiful embroidery thread, lovely colors, super high quality, all of the good things.
Okay, 2 hoop questions.
And we got 2 hoop questions. Are they safe for use with software in the machine? Yes. The snap hoops are totally safe for your machine, and they work great. Will the bigger hoop work for the luminaire? This hoop is too big for your luminaire. However, there is a very large hoop. I think it's like 10 by 16. That is a snap hoop that will work on your luminaire. On our website, you can see which hoop works, or you can just hop into one of our store locations or give us a call, and we are happy to answer any of those questions and help you find the right hoop. Let's see, one more question is coming through. Do you get hoop burn with the magnetic hoops? No, they do a very lovely job. And that is not usually an issue. With anything I would test it, I would test a little bit of your fabric, right? Sometimes we have something really special, you might want to test it, but that is not a problem that we see. Okay, so thanks everybody.